So, let's have a quick look at where we are with regards to this new Tory government. Bear in mind they haven't been in power a whole week yet. Day one, they floated the idea of an insurance scheme to replace the NHS, and they stated that they would be cutting a disability access to work scheme. Day two, they started talking about getting rid of the Human Rights Act, because clearly they don't see us as human. They must have taken Sunday off to sharpen their scythes or something. Day 4, they met with other EU dictators to draw up plans to kill innocent people in Libya again. Day 5, they said they're going to make it harder for people to strike if they don't agree with what the government are doing. Day 6, they're talking about clamping down on Islamic extremists and about bringing back the Snoopers Charter. So, bear in mind we haven't had a week of this government yet. So in less than a week, your NHS is going to disappear as you know it. Less disabled people will be able to find work. They want us to be allowed to be subjected to torture, to not have a free trial, and they also want to take away our right to an education. Which, if you look at schools today, I think they've already taken away our right to an education. They only ever teach students to pass tests nowadays. They don't teach. As well as this, they want to create more Islamic extremists who want to kill the innocent people of the UK by bombing Libya again. Notice how ISIS and Al-Qaeda never go after politicians. They never do they? They never target governments. That's because they don't want to rob the hand that feeds them. Anyway, I'll go on. They're also going to do their damnedest to stop people striking because they know that there's unrest coming. There's huge civil unrest coming because this government is going to be so unpopular. And finally, they've said today that they're going to clamp down on Islamic extremists and rush through the Snoopers Charter. We know they'll sell us all on the Snoopers Charter being there to protect us from the terrorist organisations that the likes of NATO, that we're part of, still support, fund and train. But the reality is, the Snoopers Charter will be there to monitor people who disagree with the government. Political dissidents will, under the Snoopers Charter, be labelled extremists for daring not to want to live under this Tory government and will be considered the same as people who want to cut heads off. No, I'm not talking about Saudi Arabia, who've cut off over 80 heads so far this year. Way more than ISIS have, but we're not allowed to talk about Saudi Arabia because they're our friends. No, I'm talking about the government calling bloggers, vloggers, and anyone else who criticises the government the same as ISIS. Stand up, people, before our country changes beyond all recognition, right in front of our eyes. One day we'll stop and look back and think, oh, how did we get here? But of course, we voted for this, didn't we? We gave David Cameron a carte blanche mandate to do what the hell he wants. Unbelievable.